eyes are high. It's like hot. Hey girl, hey. If you're interested in seeing how I got this look, and if you want to know how I met Juan, then just keep watching. I decided that I was gonna get ready with you guys, because why not? Okay, so I decided to get ready with you guys and share with you guys how I met Juan. It's been super highly requested. A lot of people are like, oh my god, it's your wedding year, like, did you know that he was the one? And oh my god, was it like love at first sight? No, like, absolutely no. I didn't know I was gonna talk to him, but I did know Juan before Juan was Juan, my fiance. I just knew Juan the guy, whatever. Okay, so it's a long story because I have to go into details. If not, it's just not gonna make sense. So we gonna talk about how I met Juan. Face is already moisturized. Hercules, for real, he's over here trying to bite my wedding shoes. My face is already moisturized, and for primer I'm gonna use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Okay, so we are going to rewind. So I've been with Juan almost 5 years, so we're gonna rewind 7. God damn, like 6-7 years. Okay. For foundation, just so you guys know, for foundation we're gonna be using Hourglass Stick Foundation, and I am using the color Sand. Okay. I had a boyfriend at the time, and I was like my first real serious boyfriend, and I thought I was gonna marry him. So when I didn't marry him, and bruh, so I thought I was gonna marry him, so when I didn't marry him, to my surprise, I'm like, what? I'm not gonna marry my first boyfriend? Like, what the hell? I thought that's how it worked. That is not how it works. So whatever, we broke up, didn't work out, and I remember it was already like a good almost a year had passed by. And I was still like crying over this guy, and I was still like, oh, well, what do you mean I'm not gonna marry him? Like, what? It was one Christmas that we were spending in Florida at my tío Mauricio's house, and my dad, I was like crying, and this happened to be New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve or whatever. It was one of the Eves. My dad comes up to me and he's like, mamita, you need to stop crying over this man. And un tornillo saca el otro. So one screw takes out the other screw. It's like he was telling me to go screw people. No, but he's like, listen, you have to stop crying. So he's like, you have to stop crying over this guy. And I'm like, I know, like, you're totally right. Like, I need to stop crying over him. At that point in my life, I was transferring schools. I was leaving Pittsburgh, coming back to New York, and I'm like, you know what, let me meet people. And I decided, I'm not sure how it happened. I don't know if he messaged me or I messaged him. I probably messaged him. I really don't know. I don't know, but I was on the hunt to meet me some new people in New York, because I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and cry with this guy and keep eating like McDonald's and be miserable, you know. So at the end of the day, we started like Facebook messaging or whatever. For contouring, I'm going to be using Sonia Kesha foundation stick, and I am in Chestnut. You know, this guy and I started talking on Facebook, and he was like, oh, I live in so-and-so area of New York, and where he lived happened to be like 20 minutes away from where I was moving. So I'm like, oh my god, really? Like, what a coinky-dink. When I was back to New York, he goes to me, oh, do you like soccer? I'm like, actually, I do. It's my favorite sport. Like, I love it. So he was like, okay, do you want to come to my soccer game? So I'm like, yeah. So I call my 2 cousins. I'm like, you guys want to go see like soccer players? And they're like, fuck yeah. So we go, whatever. And he introduces me to all of his soccer friends. So, you know, we're like, ooh, soccer players. Oh my god, type buds and whatever. Lo and behold was Juan Murillo, who is now my husband to be. No, I did not think he was cute. No, I did not want to, like, I didn't know him. I didn't care. I was there to watch soccer, and I was there to like not cry over my ex, and I was just like, whatever. I didn't think anything of it, and whatever. So I'm watching the soccer game. That's that. I kept hanging out with the guy. I was like entertained, wasn't crying. We just gonna keep hanging out for a little bit. We're gonna keep hanging out because I feel better. So whatever. The next soccer game he brings me to, he's like, oh, one of the guys is gonna bring his girlfriend so you don't feel lonely. So I'm like, yay, girls. Like, really? At a soccer game, and here comes the guy who's gonna bring the girl for me to meet. So the guy that happens to bring a girl happens to be Juan. Oh, real quick. So for, I was gonna say mascara. For concealer, I'm using Age Rewind by Maybelline. It's my fave, and it's in the color Fair because I think I'm really white. That's right. Juan had a girlfriend. Okay, so Juan had a girlfriend, and they were like, oh, you know, you guys can like talk and be friends. Whatever. I was like, okay, whatever. I mean, I'm not trying to be friends with nobody, but sure, why not? Let's just sit and watch the game. The game ends, and I'm back in the car with the guy that I was talking to, and I'm like, oh, he's like, oh, you know, what'd you think of the girl? And I was like, whatever. I mean, I really wasn't paying attention to things she was saying. She's whatever. I said, but she did say something. So I told him something that she said, just making conversation, because he happened to ask me, didn't think anything of it. He got real tight. Like, he was like, what? Oh my god, I can't stand her. So I'm like, oh my god, what did I just do? It's supposed to be a whole episode of Jerry, and I am living for it, because I really didn't care about his feelings. I really didn't care. I was just like, oh, Jerry. I don't know if, I guess he didn't have the girl's number, but he calls her man, who was Juan. He's like, bruh, your girl said this and this and this and this and this, and the girl's like, you know what, it was like this whole little like argument between them. And I remember just sitting in the car like, whatever, things didn't work out, we went our separate ways, and that was that. Then I was like a little over my ex, and I was like, woo, let's go out, let's meet new people. Like, I'm ready to like meet new people. So, I want to say maybe like almost a year passes, right? And I started seeing pictures of the guy. I saw that, you know, he went on a trip. The pictures that I was seeing, it was like him, and it was the girl, and I was like, I'm over here looking for her little bald boyfriend in it, which was Juan. But I didn't, you know, I didn't see Juan in the pictures. Now, let's rewind again real quick. Let me tell you, Juan and his girlfriend, I don't really know how their relationship was. I don't know much. I only know like what I used to see, because I used to, you know, I was talking to the guy for at least like 2 months around that. So I saw them often because they played soccer together. Juan and this girl were an interesting couple. We'll leave it at that. They were an interesting couple, and it was one of those, I don't know, they were just interesting, and Juan was just like really serious looking, and this man looked like he was just always miserable. So I keep seeing pictures, right, and I'm over here waiting to see the bald miserable guy in the pictures that this guy was posting, and I don't see him anywhere. And then as I keep scrolling, the pictures just keep getting friendlier and friendlier, and I'm like, wait a minute now, wait a minute. So the pictures get really like shady, and I'm like, oh my god. So from what I understood, they was cool people. So I'm like, oh, this really gonna be an episode of Jerry. So whatever. I thought they were like really cool people, but I guess I was like, whatever. So I happened to find out through the grapevines that these two, meaning Juan's ex and this dude, were like friends. But you know what kind of friends I'm talking about. And I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like, oh my god, where's her bald boyfriend? Like, where's he at? And they're like, oh, he's on vacation, like he don't even know what's going on. I'm like, damn, that's really bad. Like, that's really, really bad. Juan happens to find out everything. You guys can put 2 and 2 together. You already know what happened. And it was a whole Jerry episode, and yeah, they broke up. Juan and this girl broke up. Juan and this guy stopped talking, and that was that. So then I really don't remember. I really don't remember whether I found Juan or Juan found me on Facebook. I really don't remember, but we ended up messaging each other on Facebook. Mind you, me and Juan had never said more than like hi before, like like seriously, we never really ever spoke. He was like, can you believe that these two were together? And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of crazy, especially because of that fight that they had. And he's like, I know, but I'm like, whatever, that's the world. Some people are like that, you can't do much about it. I didn't think Juan was cute like that. Like, I never saw him with those eyes, and I still wasn't. It was just like a conversation that we happened to be having on Facebook, and it was like, whatever. And he was like, oh, I said to him, where I lived at the time, the service was like really bad. And I remember being like, hey, do you want to just text me because the service is really bad? He be thinking like, he'll say like, she just wanted me to text her. Like, no sir, I didn't even look at you with those eyes. Like, no, you were bald and you had a little bit of too much hair on your chest for my liking. So I was like, no. So I was like, text me, because I just wanted to know everything. So he texted me and we started talking, but not like that. We just started having like a conversation. Hold on. Okay, so lashes are on, so now I can continue talking to you guys. Where did I leave off? Wait. Focus, camera, focus. No, okay, let me just click the button. Oh, there we go. I told Juan to text me because I had no service, and I'm dead ass serious. Juan, I'm so serious. It wasn't because I thought you was cute or anything. I really had bad service. He texted me, right? So we started talking. He was talking about like, oh my god, they're together, crazy, blah, whatever. In that moment in my life, I had told myself, in that moment in my life, I can't even do my makeup right now because this is important. So in that moment in my life, I had told myself, Sasha, it's been a good chunk of time since you were with your ex and you're still crying. Sasha, you gonna be a hoe. Like, mom, I'm so sorry, but I really, it happens to women sometimes, okay? Like, this happens. So in my head, I'm like, Sasha, you know what? You're gonna be carefree. You're gonna be like, you gonna be a hoe, you gonna be loose. But I didn't mean loose like that, but you know what I mean. So I was like, we're just gonna have fun, we're gonna meet people, we're not gonna overthink, we're not gonna let anxiety creep in. Like, we're just gonna go with the flow. And if we do adult things in a weird short time frame, we do adult things, like whatever, we get on it, probably like, hey. So he says, after a couple days, Juan says to me, are you hungry? So he says, do you want to go get burgers? First of all, I said, burgers? Bacon cheeseburgers. You know what? Yeah, let's go get burgers. We go get burgers. It was bomb.com. He takes me to BBQs because I really wanted burgers. So then like a day or two passes and he's like, do you want to go dancing? I said, sir, how do you know everything about me? So he's like, do you want to go dancing? I'm like, yeah, let's go dancing. That night, okay, I had seen this man a whole like 2-3 times. That night I said, Sasha, this is the night where you gonna do it tonight. And we did adult things, and I was like, hey, I'm never gonna talk to him again. Like, I did it. Like, I'm gonna be able to talk to my grandkids about this, like when they're older. Like, I'm gonna tell my daughter when she's like 30 years old, like, you know what, your mom did this one night, like she did it. And then he calls me the next day like, you want pasta? How am I gonna say no to pasta? So I said, do I want pasta? Damn. He said, oh, do you want to go get pasta? So I was like, okay, we can get pasta. And then that's it, Sasha, you're out. Like, you're out, because this is supposed to be like your one moment to be like, I'm free, I'm not gonna think, I'm free. I'm not gonna think. But no, 5 years later, here I am planning my wedding, living with him, and we have a child, a fur child. That wasn't the plan. Okay, y'all, that wasn't the plan. That's literally what happened. He offered me cheeseburgers. I was like, yes. Then we went out dancing. Then we did some adult activities. Then he said, you want pasta? And that's it. Like, I knew, but like, that's it. That man was my man. I kid you not. Juan and I had not said more than hi. I swear on everything. We never spoke. He goes to me, let's meet at my house. We'll meet outside because there's the restaurant that we were going to is like a block away. I'm like, okay, whatever. I go to meet him. I remember I was on the phone with my cousin Ashley. I don't even know if she remembers this, but I was talking to my cousin, And I'm like, I'm about to go meet this guy, blah, 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 whatever. So I thought it'd be real cute to still be on the phone, just so I don't have to make like initial conversation right away, just to act a little like, hey, I'm on the phone, like give me a minute. This man, I'm on the phone, right? So I'm like I see him from a distance, and I'm like, oh, like I'm on the phone, like give me 1 minute. Like I wanted him to like look, like I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm like, let me just not make initial, like let me see him first in real time. I went to go give him a kiss on the cheek. This man said, and kissed me on the mouth. I said, literally, he walked over, he just walked, oh, he said, walk away. He's like, this way, and just kept walking into his house. I'm like, I literally told my cousin, I said, Ashley, I'm gonna send you my direct location right now. If I do not text you in 10 minutes, this man killed me. This man did something because he just kissed me. He don't even know my birthday. Okay, all right, gotta go. Bye, bye. Click. That's how I met Juan. Remember how I told you that Juan and his girlfriend, they were just like an interesting couple? I guess one day they were having like a really good day, right? And they were having a really good day, and they looked super cute. And I remember I was stepping out of the woman's bathroom, and I saw them, like they just happened to be like right in front of me. It's weird, right, that I saw my husband do this kind of stuff. And he was standing right in front of me with her, right? And it was right before they went to a game. Like they were like walking onto the field to play a game. And he pulled her in. It was like the cutest thing though. Like he pulled her in, and he gave her a kiss. And I remember sitting back there, like standing right behind them, like. And in that moment, I'm really big on like your thoughts become things. And I literally said, I was like, okay, God, we're gonna talk about this real quick. This is what I need in my life. Like, that's what I need. I need somebody to love me, to pull me in, and that's what I want. That's what I need. If I would have known, okay, if I would have known that God was actually really listening to me, like really listening to me. I mean, like I know He always listens to me, but Him and the universe were like, we gonna listen today. They gave me that exact man. If I would have known, I would have been like, sir, let me get a 6 foot tall white man with blue eyes with like. I'm kidding, I love my husband, but I would have been like, let me get Maluma, let me get Brad Pitt, let me get Freddie Prinze Jr., let me get them all. Like if I knew you was really listening to me, I would have been like, let me get $1 million while you at it, let me get a car, like I'm saying, let me get it, or let me be 120 pounds and never gain weight. Like I would have been like, let me tell you exactly what I want. He was listening, God was listening, and so was the universe, and they were like, you know what, this man is good for her. That's gonna be your husband. And here we are, 5 years later. I'm still on my little one night hoe night that I thought I was gonna be like free. Still here. It is so crazy to me that I met my husband like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, with another, like he had a girlfriend of 5 years. Like I don't even know his name. They called him Murillo. I didn't even know his name was Juan because Murillo's his last name. Like, you know what I mean? Like life is crazy, man. And when something is meant to be for you, like it is going to happen. He is awesome, guys. Like life really knew like what I needed, and he is totally okay with me and like my craziness and being a fat ass and for having an attitude and for PMSing like a month before I'm supposed to get my period. Like he takes me for who I am, and I am so, I'm really so blessed. And he ended up being like my best friend. So through social media and through like just being a really outgoing person and meeting people, I've had people like who've seen me and Juan, like people that I meet at like a function or whatever, and they'll be like, you guys are such a beautiful couple. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And then they will open up sometimes and be like, you know, I really wish I had that. And I'm like, let me tell you something. When my ex and I broke up, my first like serious boyfriend, not the ones like in between where I was trying to figure out my life, my first boyfriend, I remember when we broke up, we were both really young. I had a lot of soul searching to do and whatever. It was all a lesson learned. But I remember when we broke up, I really thought like my life was like over. Like I remember crying all the time and just, I was so young, and I remember it seemed like it was like the end of the world. And no matter how much people were like, you know, you're gonna be fine. I'm like, am I though? Am I? Because I'm not, like, I'm not okay right now. What's happening? I'm 22 and I'm over here miserable because I don't have a guy talking to me, and I'm just like, I need to learn to just be okay. I need to learn to just be okay by myself. And that and I literally lived in a studio apartment, 4 little walls. It was just me and my thoughts, and it really helped me break through this, like, I was depending on like somebody to tell me that I was pretty. I was depending on you to like, hey, do you want to hang out? Or like, wow, you're really cute. Like, what? I don't need nobody to tell me I look cute, not even my husband. I need me, myself, and I. You know what I mean? And it took a lot for me to get there, but once I got there, it was so easy for me to fall in love. Even though it was so not planned, it was so easy for me to fall in love and actually believe, like, you know what? When he tells me I look good, I'm like, you damn right I look good. And once I decided, like, okay, Sasha, we're not gonna talk to nobody. We're gonna, maybe we have to be single. And I was just like, all right, world. All right, God, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna stop, because clearly every single guy that I talk to, it doesn't work out. I'm just gonna sit back and see what happens. And that's what happened. That's how I met Juan. So hey, some of you out there, you could have already met your soulmate. You could have already met your husband, wife, partner. You could have already met them and you didn't even know it. So be nice to people that you meet, because for all you know, later on in life, that's gonna be somebody important to you. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. That's my story. If you guys like videos like this and you want to hear more story times, because when I tell you that I got a lot of stories, I got a lot of stories, let me know and I will absolutely film them for you. I'm an open book. I am really okay with sharing my life. So if there's anything that you guys want to know or you have any questions, please let me know, just like you did with this video, because I love sharing my life and my experience with you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support. Be kind, be nice, love yourself first, and everything in life works out.